today we're going to take a more in-depth look at my Fluval M90 reef aquarium. Right, we're in the 4th week of the cycle for this aquarium, and so far I've got to say I'm really happy. What we'll do is we're going to talk through the display portion of the aquarium, some of the choices I've made there, then we'll move up to the light unit, and then we'll move round to the rear sump. We'll look at some of the changes I've made there. Inside the display portion we've gone for a 1mm substrate. Not too fine, not too coarse, completely dry as explained in my last video. The hardscape again, completely dry, nothing living whatsoever. We've gone with what they call our local supplier as Marco rock. Pretty cheap rock to be honest, about half the price of what you'd shell out for live rock. Really good stuff, looks fantastic. As explained in my last video, we've done away with the Fluval C circulation pump that you get with the aquarium, and we've opted for 2 smaller wave makers. We've got the WN2000s, one at each end, and they're from All Pond Solutions. Really good price for what they do. Really impressed with these. As you can see, quite small in size, a lot smaller than the one that was supplied with the aquarium itself. I found that just to be an absolute eyesore if I'm honest. Let's zoom out a little there, you can see sort of how small they are. I think they're a little bit more suited to this aquarium if I'm honest. And that brings me to the final part of the display portion of the tank that I want to show you guys, and that's the Fluval C full spectrum LED light units. This is the more recent model. I believe the older model had a magnetised slide switch on the side, whereas this one has a touch sensitive button just there, look. And that allows you to flick through the various settings and also dim the lights. So if we bring it back around to the display portion itself, that's on full spectrum. I can dim that down. I'm not sure how the camera's going to pick this up, but we'll try it anyway. So I'm going to dim that right down for you. And then I'm going to bring it back up. And if I hit the button, we'll get a nice nighttime blue there. And again, that can be raised or lowered. So I'm going to raise that up for you. Really intense. And then you've obviously got your off. And then if you hit the switch again, it comes back on. And again, it can be raised or lowered depending on the situation. That brings me to the rear of the tank, which is the rear sump. If you see my first video, you'll have seen the modifications I've made, but I will run through it again. As you can see, these baffles all flow through the top, as did the first baffle. I have since inverted it so that it flows through the bottom. Reason being is the water now flows from the display portion of the tank into that first chamber. In there I've got my media, my polishing pads and coarse sponges. The water will be forced through all that and it should come down under and then back up into the second chamber, where we've got the Fluval C PS1 protein skimmer, and also in there is the Fluval C 150 submersible heater. The protein skimmer itself's okay. It will likely be replaced at some point. It just seems like there's a lot of messing around involved, sort of adjusting the skimmer just to get it to skim efficiently. For what it is, it's okay, but I will likely change it for something else. Again, that'll be in another video later down the line, but for the moment it seems to be working. I'll keep you up to date with that. In the next chamber it will flow up and over into the refugium. In here I just have a white LED lamp, fits perfect in the refugium. There will be some Cheeto added to that once the tank's a little more stable. Again, if you see my first video, you'll have seen all the media baskets I've made out of egg crate. It seems to work pretty well. Got some rock in there. Again, Cheeto will be added to that, and again that will be in a later video. And then that will flow over and collect in the last chamber, which so far is just the return pump. And also I've added, if I can go around I'll show you, just added a little LED temperature gauge there. That just goes straight over into there. I'm not a fan of sort of having things in the display portion if I can help it. So it's kind of nice to have it on the side, really. It's nice and neat. And that brings me to the end of this short video. All in all, very, very happy with this aquarium so far. I feel the modifications I've made have definitely benefited this aquarium. Just flipping that rear baffle in the first place has made the filtration far more efficient. The water's now forced through that, as opposed to just running over the top of it like it originally did. 2 wave makers instead of 1, again, gives me far more options once it comes to putting the corals in there. Still got a couple of weeks left on this cycle. I'd like to give it at least 3 weeks. If it takes longer, it takes longer, that's not a problem. I've decided to do it as slow as I can, really. Again, like I said in the last video, it's all dry, all dead. I don't really want to rush anything. So yeah, so far so good. And the next update, hopefully, will be me adding either some cleanup crew or a couple of fish. And yeah, then we'll go from there. Hopefully there'll be more regular updates. And I hope this video's helped you out. When I was looking for things on this aquarium, there was nothing really in depth whatsoever. Any questions? Again, just drop me a comment, I'll comment straight back. Like and subscribe for more updates. Take care, guys.